Hi, this is Billy, and today I'll be reacting to The Science of Tsunami by TED, TED Education, I guess. So here we go. It's been like 12 years since this first released.
In 479 BC, when Persian soldiers besieged the Greek city of Potidaea.
Oh, so this is the Isthmus sightseeing, I think. The very, very narrow strip of land connecting two land masses together.
The tide retreated much farther than usual, leaving a convenient invasion route. But this wasn't a stroke of luck. Before they had crossed halfway, the water returned in a wave higher than anyone had ever seen, drowning the attackers.
I really love the animation. Very old style.
The Potidaeans believed they had been saved by the wrath of Poseidon. But what really saved them was likely the same phenomenon that has destroyed countless others, a tsunami.
I believe it was like the earthquake that preceded it. No?
Although tsunamis are commonly known as tidal waves, they're actually unrelated to the tidal activity caused by the gravitational forces of the sun and moon. In many ways, tsunamis are just larger versions of regular waves. They have a trough and a crest. And
also, it's from the words, two words of, it's from the Japanese word, I think. Su and Nami means harbor waves.
consist not of moving water,
Nami.
but the movement of energy through water. The difference is in where this energy comes from.
Yeah, if it's from the celestial body that there are far, far away, like one astronomical unit for the sun, and almost around 380,000 kilometers away. That's quite marginal, but only in like moving the water en masse, like causing the high tide, low tide, and also like that, but not in this spontaneous huge displacement of seawater at once at specific area.
For normal ocean waves, it comes from wind. Because this only affects the surface, the waves are limited in size and speed. But tsunamis are caused by energy originating underwater, from a volcanic eruption, a submarine landslide, or most...
Yeah, especially this one, the submarine landslide, it displaces huge tons of, huge kilometer cubics of water suddenly, instantly, and all that energy and water release is, well, ginormous.
Commonly, an earthquake on the ocean floor, caused when the tectonic plates of the Earth's surface slip,
Yeah, this is very old school. I love it, actually.
releasing a massive amount of energy into the water. This energy travels up to the surface, displacing water and raising it above the normal sea level. But gravity pulls it back down, which makes the energy ripple outwards horizontally.
Yeah, this is what I've been taught during the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. It's basically like 9.1, so that's still a mega. That enters nearly that's major earthquake, like very, very violent one, and it moves like 1,600 kilometers of megathrust plates. I believe like the Nicobar Andaman island chains.
Thus, the tsunami is born, moving at over 500 miles per hour.
Now, the tsunami that immediately follow after the earthquake or the earthquake, it's like only like a meter or two high, but they're super, super fast. But once they encounter shallow water, okay.
When it's far from shore,
there
a
you go.
tsunami can be barely detectable, since it moves through the entire depth of the water. But when it reaches shallow water,
Yeah, because all the energy from the sheer depths of water, the energy that travels through the deep sea, it's basically displacing kilometers volume of seawater, and suddenly it encounters shallower water. Well, it has nowhere to move but upwards.
something called wave shoaling occurs. Because there is less water to move through, this still massive amount of energy is compressed. The wave's speed slows down while its height rises to as much as 100 feet. The word tsunami, Japanese for
There you
harbor
go.
wave, comes from the fact that it only seems to appear near the coast. If the trough of a tsunami reaches shore first, the water will withdraw farther than normal before the wave hits, which can
I believe there's during the 2004 earthquake in one of the beach in Thailand. There's called the beach of Angel, I think, because one little girl, when she noticed the seawater receding, she warned the parents that there's tsunami inbound, but no one believes him. But at least after so much persuasion, everyone got into the higher floors of a nearby hotel, and basically everyone on the beach survived. That's basically I think that's, yeah, basically nearly zero casualties in one of the beach where the little girl, I forgot her name though. Yeah, education, where even adults who think they know better, like me, I think,
be misleadingly dangerous. A tsunami will not only drown people near the coast, but level buildings and trees for a mile inland or more, especially in low-lying areas. As if that weren't enough, the water then retreats, dragging with it the newly created debris and anything or anyone unfortunate enough to be.
Yeah, in Aceh there's like a boat, a damn tugboat, and even a fishing boat as large as a house being dragged miles inland. Even Aceh, no, yeah. In 2004, in 2004, there's like 100 being the Aceh, yeah, it's being the hardest hit area with almost 150 to 180,000 casualties alone. Which amounts to nearly half of the entire casualty during the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami.
Be caught in its path. The 2004
Dear,
Indian Ocean tsunami was one of the
okay.
deadliest natural disasters in history, killing over 200,000 people throughout South Asia. So how can we protect ourselves against this destructive force of nature? People in some areas have attempted to stop tsunamis with seawalls, floodgates, and channels to divert the water. But these are not always effective. In 2011, a tsunami surpassed the flood wall protecting Japan's Fukushima power.
Yeah, because the earthquake also, I think the tsunami, the earthquake that displaced the water, the landmass slightly lower. That's why the wave actually crashed over the wall.
Power plant, causing a nuclear disaster in addition to claiming over 18,000 lives. Many scientists and policymakers are instead focusing on early detection, monitoring underwater pressure and seismic activity, and
okay, so I want to talk about this one. Where is it? So basically, this area, 1,600 kilometers, nearly the entire length of Sumatra, it releases the tsunami, the mega thrust earthquake, at least 9.1, and it swept through this area. From here, Aceh, North Sumatra, this Andaman Nicobar Island, then into Thailand, Myanmar, then India, then Sri Lanka, all the way to this. There's even hundreds of casualties across the Indian Ocean. Yeah.
2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was one of the deadliest nuclear disaster in addition to claiming over 18,000 lives. Many scientists and
even survivor to this day, 22 years on, a handful of them are still not fully recover. I still remember, there's every year remembrance in Aceh. There's some news that some of the survivors and victims still not fully recover over 20 years after. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Because it's been 2 decades though.
Makers are instead focusing on,
which kind of goes to show you that just how bad our disaster mitigation and anticipation and preparation are in this country. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get any political economic prosecution. If someone see me, if some government apparatus see my criticism.
early detection, monitoring underwater pressure and seismic activity, and
Yeah, all these
establishing
facilities
global
are like
communication networks.
luxury here in the country I live in. Oh my god.
Works for quickly distributing alerts. When nature is too powerful to stop, the safest course is to get out of its way.
Definitely. Yeah, it's so cool. Oh my god, it really brings me back though. Yeah, it really brings me back in senior high school years. So yeah, 3 minutes explaining tsunami. Well, I think that's today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And stay cool.